Hey, it's your boy. My internet fucked up. Not it hasn't existed all day, so I don't know if it's just gonna be uploaded on the right day. But I figured I want to talk about very quickly Nier. I've been playing Nier Replicant for the first time. And bro, is this the saddest game of all time? Because I'm thinking it might be. This shit is just constant sadness. There's no happiness ever. And I've been playing I got endings A and B. I'm about to get C. And Jesus, dude, it's just sad. Like, as an example, I went on a quest, and it was like, "Hey, can you find my dog?" And you go and you look for the dog, and the dog, you find its body, and you're like, "Oh man, that was sad." And then you go back to and it has like a leaf in its mouth, and you go back to the owner, and then it's like, "Oh, the owner's dead. He was sick." And then you look, and then he's like, "Oh, is that? But that's a leaf that it uses for medicine." So the dog went out to get fucking medicine for his owner, and then both of them died at the same time. Like Jesus Christ, bro. There was no reason for that to be that sad. There's like constant just death everywhere. Like all the people you meet are just dying. The sacrifices galore. It's just so sad the entire time. I don't know why. There's been one B. The ending B was so far the happiest, and even in that one, like I started feeling so bad for the enemies. Like there's this wolf boss thing that Jesus Christ, because you hear what they're saying the second time you fight them, and I was like, oh man, I feel so bad. These motherfuckers are just getting killed by like it's just an endless cycle of hatred, bro. I don't know. It was sad. It's just the entire game is like that. It's a really good game. But my God, bro, can we chill out on the sadness? Like I'm trying to have a good time. Like I thought The Last of Us 2 wasn't like sad. Like I didn't like cry or anything, but it just felt like dreary to play, which is always not, which is one of my big problems with that game. I actually do like that game. I like well, like is maybe a strong word, but I think the game's fine. I like the how like realistic it is, but it is like not a fun game to play like at all. Like even in Nier, like the gameplay is really fun and the story is really cool. The Last of Us was just like dreary. Even and like I said, Nier is probably the saddest game I've played, but you still want to play. It's not like to that level, but it's just constant sadness, bro. There's so many side quests. I could talk for probably like 30 minutes about all these side quests where I go off and do something and then someone dies. Like, oh, there's this older brother. He saves his little brother and then he dies. It's like, Jesus, bro. Does anyone survive? Is anyone gonna live? Except for the main character? Fucking crazy. And it is a pretty confusing game, but I tell you what, it makes so much more sense on the third playthrough. Everything is starting to click together, especially since I will say I actually do enjoy the ending system. I've seen a lot of people complaining about it, which I can understand. If you're not the type of guy who likes to play through one game like multiple times, or if you don't like the game like that much, then yeah, it's probably pretty upsetting. But honestly, I feel like this is one of the best systems because I played the game 3 times now, and they start you at the halfway point for 2 of them. And I've been doing like every side quest, all the weapons, all of it. I've been getting all of it, and it's actually a really fun time. I've just been having a good time playing it. I this isn't gonna be the like mini review or anything, but I just mainly wanted to talk about how sad it was. But I also just needed to really quickly like address how good of a system this is because like most other games when you go new game plus it's literally like you just start with your old stuff and you play the game from the beginning again. There's certain other games that do it better, like Elden Ring scales the bosses, and there's other games that have like new game plus exclusive stuff, which is fine. There's stuff like that that I think is cool. It's not like super crazy or anything, but it's cool. But this has so far been the best game because it's unique every time. Like when you play through a story, you're just finding out more. And it's just a bunch of stuff like that, which I actually think is a really good system. Like I wish more games did something like this, where you play it through one time, you get one ending, and then maybe you play. And if this only would obviously apply to games with multiple endings, and then you played it another time, you get more context and some a similar ending, and then the next ending, and you just keep doing that. I think that's actually like a fine way to play the game, honestly. I think it's a good way to keep you entertained while still having like a new game plus where you can flex your weapons essentially. Um But yeah, this game is just sadness. I will say I am starting to get a little burnt out because I'm watching One Piece, which is I'm watching Dressrosa, which is, oh my God, it's probably the slowest arc in the show so far. I cannot believe that I've watched 30 episodes. There's been like two things that have happened. I've watched like 30 episodes and it's making me mad. Um So unfortunately, there hasn't been many One Piece updates for you guys. You out there are waiting for me to finish One Piece. It's gonna be a while because that shit is long. And then, like I said, not only am I doing that, I'm also playing through Nier Replicant like 4, 5 times. And then after that, I'm gonna play Nier Automata, and I'm gonna do the exact same thing. So that's gonna be fun. And then after that, I'm gonna probably play Spider-Man because the next one comes out soon, or Cyberpunk. I don't really know, one of the two. And that's about it. Later.